do we need another meeting time and what's good for you?
Do you have normal sorts of things? I mean, I'd say in a month,
1 month?
I think. It's going to take some time to get this information and work it through with SMMA, and I do assume that I'm going to pass you guys information back and forth in the interim electronically.
So we're
Yeah,
looking
Is
at
it-
the 10th or the 17th?
Is an hour too short?
yeah. I think 2 hours to me is how much we should allocate. If you go beyond 2 hours, it's too much, everyone's
We
eyes
should-
glaze over. If you don't, you start to get rushed.
If we do that, if we're gonna keep it on Tuesdays,
You're gonna run into conflicts with.
how about, can we do either the first or the third Tuesday instead of the second or the fourth?
All right, well, the 17th would be the third Tuesday.
Yeah, 17th of September?
September 17th?
That's just about a month, that's just about a month away, right? Because today's the
Yeah.
13th, right? Is that,
Fine with me.
does that work
What
as far
time?
as, we just do 5:30, because then, it's like, because planning board, we meet second and fourth Tuesdays, and nights like tonight, it's just, you know, extra, but.
Does that work for you, John?
Yeah, that's perfect. I actually have another selectmen's meeting on the 3rd, so this one works.
Yeah, that's just for him, we can
Yeah.
figure that out. That's right, that's a good point too. I don't know if we have, does it, Carrie had a good point, do we need to meet as a committee before that? A month?
I don't think so, because you just did the contracts, the maintenance of capital and the enrollment are all an online thing for them. We already did the composition of the committee. I'll figure out if this initial compliance certification, who it needs to be signed by, I'll just figure that out.
Which one was that, initial
It's the
compliance?
first one. We just have to go online and find it.
Or what, Julie?
It's a big
Isn't that what
one.
Bennett signed at the last meeting? That was the ICC.
What's that, the ICC?
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
The rules. and
It's
the
done.
regs and
It's
all
signed.
We
that
already
stuff.
signed it.
Yes.
All right, I'll
I
find
know,
it then.
we have to forward it, I don't know what happened to that copy, I didn't keep it.
Yeah, I've got a copy in my minutes from that last meeting that I was.
Do you have the signed copy?
I don't have the signed copy, it wasn't here.
All right, I'll see if I can find the signed copy.
They also need a breakdown of the committee members, right? You need
But we did that last time too. We went over the committee members
Yeah.
and we just added
We-
Chris Stewart.
We had to just change Chris's, because he was on his select when we put him as at large.
So that one will
But
just.
do they have a copy of it?
Huh?
Do they have a copy?
No, we're
He
gonna have
said-
to submit
yeah.
that, so I'll find those two and submit them. So I think that gets us on track with them as
Wait,
well.
on the list of the who's who, Julie's on as selectman now, correct?
Right,
Okay, all right,
yep. And Chris was an at-large.
all right.
I can shoot you over a copy of it if you want.
Yeah, no, I agree with you, I think we had figured it out, we had to just do a little flip-flopping around so everybody was, because of committee members, people's stuff.
Yeah, because it's either the chair or the. secretary.
So we had to put him at large because he wanted to stay on, so, okay.
And could we just have a copy of all these documents for the selectman's office so that we have it in case?
Yeah, I'll get 2 copies. I'll keep
Okay.
one for this committee to have and then
Right.
you can transfer one over.
Thank you.
Okay. What's next?
Motion to adjourn?
I was asking John.
That's all I've got for today.
I tried to beat you to the punch. You're always the one that
Right.
does it.
Hadn't I waited for you guys to get here, it would take us exactly an hour, because we started like 10 minutes late, so we did pretty good.
Yeah.
But hopefully now, it's gonna be a hurry up and wait for a while, and until we figure out where we're at. I guess just my opinion is that just by, John, you and your staff being on board and at least having an open and active dialogue with MSBA, they know that we're still trying to dig out of the trenches, but at least it's not 2 years of silence, or whatever it's been for you, right? So hopefully that'll weigh a little bit just to keep the thing plugging, because I don't have all the answers, no one anybody else does, it's just trying to do one of the biggest expenses in town in the worst possible economy, but the economy is slowly starting to turn around, so we could probably gather some support, because we're looking at the next 100 years, not tomorrow. I mean, really.
Yeah, the bidding climate, if I could just say, is still really good. We just bid the 3 Southwood Holland projects, in elementary school, middle school, and high school, they all came in 20% under budget, which was amazing. So if you're gonna do something, you know, interest rates are still relatively low, construction prices are relatively low,
Yeah.
but there's never a good time in this economy. I mean, it's always competing against a lot of real things in people's lives.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's just tough just as far as the, coming out of the pockets of the people that will be paying for it. So you need to sell it, we need to play salesman when the time comes, so we need to make sure we can get it done get the most bang for our buck, no thrills, just functional school system, if we want one. We put the fancy drapes in later on, right now we
You
need
need
to.
windows that you can open and shut?
Yeah, plus maybe a couple of circulation fans, you know, nothing more. Don't worry, Karen, they'll go in your kids' room, okay? All right, any other, that was new business, so any other new business, should I say? Seeing none, motion to adjourn?
I'm motion to adjourn.
Second.
Yeah, all right. I say that's unanimous.
All right, I gotta run, we gotta run, huh?
Can I make a call?
John.
Nice to meet you.
That's it?